In this video, we're going to be re-engaging inactive emails in your database. Just as a gardener is used to trimming away leaves from their flowers, list attrition is part of the email marketing game. There are lots of people that say the money is in the list. While this is partially true, the money is actually in the relationship with the list. When we are talking about an email list, especially if that is the main communication channel, it is critical to regularly find inactive email addresses and attempt to get them engaging again. This is important for two reasons. First, it obviously helps the bottom line to have an active email list. Second, it helps with inbox placement with the major internet service providers and email service providers. Spam filters are getting more advanced, and when lots of emails are being sent but never opened or clicked, among other things, it can cause high junk folder placement. So for the context of this video, we are targeting people on the general newsletter list who haven't clicked anything in the past 120 days. So specifically, we're going to look at building out the automation model, writing the re-engagement emails, and configuring the link-click goals. So we're assuming at this point two things. We're first assuming that we've created a functional tag that's going to be triggering this re-engagement, and then we're also assuming that we've got a tag for the newsletter segment of the database, because that's ultimately what we're going to see if they would like to remain on or not. So we're going to start with building out our model, and it's going to start with this tag applied goal. This will then put them into the re-engagement sequence. And then they've got a couple of options. Hopefully, we want them to click and stay on the list. They could also say, please remove me from list. And then, of course, if they do that, we're going to, remove from the list. Basically, we'll switch the tags out. So now connecting everything all together, both of these link-click goals are possible options from this sequence. And we're also going to go ahead and automatically remove them from the list if they never respond. So we're going to go ahead and start with the tag-based stuff that we're going to set up. So this tag goal is going to be that functional tag that we talked about earlier. So we've got a functional newsletter re-engage tag. That's going to kick this whole thing off. And then at the very end on the remove from list, we're going to go ahead and take them off of the newsletter. So in this example, let's say that we're going to remove them from the general ps.me newsletter. We can actually mark this sequence as ready too. So now that we've got the high-level model going, we can actually get into this re-engagement sequence and build it out. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do is remove the functional tag that started this whole thing. This way it ensures that in the future, if somebody were to re-engage and then go cold again, this whole process can repeat. So now we're going to have our emails here. So still interested, number 1. And then we'll have a delay. And then we're going to have a second one here. So I'll make a copy of you. Still interested, number 2. And then we're going to have 3 emails in this example. Okay. So with this email, we're going to be using legacy. And the reason why is because we can't do a thank you page easily with the builder, at least not today as of this video being recorded. We could link to a landing page as a thank you page and have a hidden submit button, but that's far beyond this video. So in this case, we're going to use a legacy email. So this is a pretty transactional email here, basically laying it on the line. So, hey, contact first name. I'm doing some digital house tidying and noticed that while you are on the newsletter list, you haven't been clicking around much. And then we kind of want to let them off the hook. You know, they don't want to feel too bad. So first off, thank you so much for even choosing to receive the newsletter at some point. And again, we're going to let them off the hook a little bit. And I get it. Things change. Interests evolve. I really do like to keep a clean email list. So can you please let me know how you want to proceed by clicking one of the links below. So now we're kind of making it a choose your own adventure kind of thing. So yes, I want to continue receiving your newsletter, and then a no, please remove me from this list. So now it's a pretty direct re-engagement email. You haven't been clicking. Do you want to be part of it or not? So this is the reason why we're going to go ahead and use legacy in this case, because we can easily create a thank you page. So we're going to highlight this and make it a link. And we're going to link to a thank you page. And this is the function right here. It's why we have to use legacy in this video today. And this is for people that said yes, they want to be part of the newsletter still. So thanks for letting me know. We can save and close that. And now insert and update this link. And we're going to basically do the same thing for no, please remove me from this list. So you can basically say the same thing, thanks for letting me know. I'll remove you from the list. Nice and simple. And at this point we can go ahead and mark the email as complete and ready to go. And I forgot to mention it, but we're just using a plain subject line of hey, one of the highest open rates, especially if these people aren't engaged and they haven't got anything from you. So good general subject line to use. So now that that email is ready to go, we're going to go ahead and set this delay timer up. And we're going to give them a week to respond to it. So you can say go ahead and wait a week and then run at 8 a.m. And to save ourselves some time, at least from setting up those thank you page links, we're just going to make a duplicate of this. And save ourselves a couple of click steps here. So for this one, we can actually chain it to the previous communication. So this is what I'm talking about. First name. And what we're talking about is the fact that they're not clicking or responding to anything. And we're just going to recycle this. And we'll fix all that formatting later. So first off, thanks so much. And then we loop this back to last time. We say about a week ago. I was doing some digital house tidying. You notice you're on the list. You haven't been clicking around much. And this is where we're going to kind of loop it to what they got, the subject line here. And I get it, things change. But things change. And this is what I'm talking about. You aren't responding to my emails anymore. So we're kind of just calling them out here. But we got to let them off the hook, so people don't feel so, upset or potentially get upset. So it's just totally okay too. By the way, no hard feelings. Just kind of let them off the hook. So we're calling them out and then just kind of reeling it back. Because really we're not here to upset anybody. We're just saying, hey, here's what's up. And then, however, we like to clean email list. And the same thing. And these links will already be configured for the thank you pages that we set up last time. So again, we're saving us some time. Same thing on that no link. And the last thing here is we'll just fix all the size here. So and I think the last one might have actually been 12, but you get the point. Okay. So this email is ready to go. And then for this last email, for this third timer here, we're going to let this go for another week, and we're actually going to have this go in the afternoon. So same thing, we're going to clone it, save ourselves some time here. Because again, these emails are all kind of doing the same thing. We're just trying to get people re-engaged. And now we're kind of going a little direct here because we're going to kind of remove them from our list after this one. So final notice. You're out. It's going to get their attention if they're paying attention at all, and if not, then that's fine. So we still want to thank them. And however, while you're on the list, you haven't been clicking around much. And then we kind of let them know, hey, this is, in fact, this is my third and final notice, as I don't know what else I can be doing. And then we just make that final plea. Can you please let me know how you'd like to proceed by clicking one of the links below. And again, these thank you links are set up the same as before. And we are now ready to go. And then for this final timer here, we're going to go ahead and give them 3 days. I actually forgot one important piece of this last email here. We have to give them that kind of final warning that it's about to go away. So we'll make this bold and say, I know you are super busy. We're assuming this. Again, they haven't been doing anything with the emails, so we want to, again, kind of let them off the hook. So if you don't click anything in the next couple days, I'm going to automatically remove you. And that's why we only give it a 3-day delay. So at this point, this sequence is ready to go. You can go ahead and mark this as ready. The last pieces to configure are link click goals. So for the stay on the list, we're going to go ahead and select all of the yes links. So yes, I'm interested, yes, I'm interested, and yes, I'm interested. And then we do the same thing for the removal links, except we choose the no links. So no, please remove me, no, please remove me, no, please remove me. And at this point, we can go ahead and publish our campaign. And when a functional tag, this newsletter reengage, is applied to a contact, they're added into a 3-email re-engagement campaign that's going to run over 3 weeks. If they never click on anything, at the end of those 3 weeks, they'll automatically have the newsletter tag removed. If they click on any of the options, they'll immediately stop receiving these re-engagement emails. So this campaign can be run manually by a user for a group of contacts periodically, or it can be used in conjunction with other campaigns that are timing inbox engagement. Now, if we wanted to, we could actually segment out our prospects from our customers and deliver a slightly different message to each group. So what we could do is we could make a clone of the Still Interested campaign, except we make a customer version of it. And maybe we adjust our messaging because they're a paying customer. We want to make sure they're getting our emails. We would go ahead and configure the same link click goals, and then this decision node would just be checking to see are they a customer or not. Now, if you want to get a head start on something like this, you can go ahead and download the Clean Your Contact List campaign from the Infusionsoft Marketplace. In the next video, we're going to be building a Vaynerchuk opt-out.